This video is brought to you by Gladiator Concealment and S4 Tactical Gear. Links are in the description box below. What's up, guys? It's Michael and Kyle with VOK And Tactical. We appreciate y'all watching. Today we want to take a few minutes and talk to you about the Pocket VOK and then the VOK, the full VOK, that's made and sold at Tactical Response. VOK stands for Ventilated Operator Kit. And
ventilated as in you got a hole in you.
Yeah, you got the hole in you, and you needs the hole to be plugged up.
Yeah.
So, these things are really, really cool. I picked up just a Pocket VOK when we were down there taking fighting pistol, and Kyle actually picked up a Pocket VOK and a full VOK kit. And
the reason being, guys, is because for one, like I've had this micro rig from SOE for a little while, and this pouch can fit a full VOK. Okay, so trust me on that, it fits in there. Now it is kind of
it's a little tight fit, but that's what you want.
Yeah.
You want it to be a good fit.
And then the Pocket VOK, or the Mini VOK, fits in a double mag pouch for an AR. So that fits, guys. Now, I'm not running both of these. I'm just simply running the VOK in here. But the Pocket VOK, Michael just pulled his out of his cargo pocket.
Yeah, so like if you wear cargo shorts or cargo pants or something like that, and I know a lot of guys are going to say, I'm not going to wear cargo pants every day. And that's cool. If you don't, you know, you can easily throw a Tk4 in your jeans.
Yeah.
And but if you have the ability to carry one of these, if you're wearing cargo shorts or something like that, throw it in your pocket, man. I mean, why not? It's not just for treating a gunshot. I mean, you can do a lot with these.
Right.
It's major blood loss or trauma.
You want to talk about the contents?
Yeah. Let's go over the contents. So each one is a little different. I'm gonna break mine open, even though it's gonna be god awful to put it back in there. But I'll put it. I'm gonna do that for you guys.
Mine wasn't too bad when I broke it.
So you get a pair of gloves, just a pair of nitrile gloves.
And guys, what these are not sterile. You're not Grey's Anatomy. You're not performing surgery.
No.
These are for your protection.
Yeah, these are to protect you.
PPE or personal protection equipment.
Yeah. If you're dealing with somebody that's bleeding, especially if you don't know them. You really want to make sure you got some gloves on. And folks is nasty.
Yeah, just a rule from the nursing world: if it's wet and it's not yours, don't touch
don't touch it with your skin.
Yeah.
The next thing is a large bore, a 14 gauge needle, a long one. Don't think you can just get any old 14 gauge needle and be okay. You need a long one. This is made to decompress, like if you have a tension pneumothorax. And there's going to be guys that's going to say, I don't know how to use that. Somebody might know. Somebody with you might know how to use that. So you use this to decompress the chest and relieve the pressure and re-inflate that lung. So
yeah. And guys, like this is one of those things where like, you know, go take a medical class.
Yep.
Go take some combat first aid, and we're not lawyers, we're not doctors, we're not going to tell you to use this, but it's good to have in case somebody comes along that knows what they're doing.
The next thing that's in here is what do you know? A Tk4 Tourniquet.
Yep.
We can't preach enough about these things. They're really awesome for what they are.
And they're great for everyday carry.
They're awesome for everyday carry. And I thought it was really cool that they threw one in the Pocket VOK. So that's a good thing. Now they all come in the bags, but the cool thing about the bag is you can kind of make a chest seal out of it if you had to. So there's a reason that it all comes in the bags. Don't buy this thing and take it all out of the packaging and put it back in there. You might need that plastic to make a chest seal. And I'll show you in a minute what comes with it to help with that. H&H bandage, just a compression bandage of some kind. This is the little small one. You're not going to treat a whole group of folks with this, but it'll do it for one person.
Yeah, it's compressed gauze, so if like you need to stuff a wound, stuff it. You can stuff it.
Yeah, but you can also wrap. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can do with that.
I'll tell you what, guys. Actually, I already had H&H gauze in my go bag in my truck. And actually, when my stepson broke his arm here a few months ago, like, I made a makeshift splint out of a coloring book and some of this.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can do a lot with it.
And some tape.
Yeah. And last but not least in the pocket box is a little mini roll of duct tape. Now, there's so many uses for rolls of duct tape. It's unbelievable. If you can get it to stick to the skin and over the wound, you can actually make a chest seal with duct tape. But the beauty of having all this packaging is this is all, this all can be used.
Taped on 3 out of 4 sides.
Yeah.
You got your chest seal.
You can make a chest seal out of all that.
Yeah.
So, as far as value, I think this thing was what, $30?
Yeah.
$40? For less than $50, you got a lot of value there, and you can treat a lot of things with this. The only thing that you really don't get with this that would be nice is a nasal airway, but there's just not room for it. So we'll get into the big VOK now.
And I'm not going to go over the same thing that you have in the pocket VOK, like the gloves. This is just some alcohol preps. That's good if you're gonna, I don't know, if you got the, I guess a place where you would use it if you're gonna treat a tension pneumo, you might want to cleanse the area before you stuck them. It's got a
well, that's also good for getting something that don't want to stick. Like if tape don't want to stick,
yeah,
you can clean it, let it dry, and then the tape will stick.
Yeah, that's a good point. Then they also have a clothespin. Like, what the heck's a clothespin doing, you know, in a emergency medical thing? But actually, like, I know it sounds awful, but you can actually pin the tongue and hold it back to open up your airway. Yeah,
like if their tongue is flopping in the back of their head, you can pull it out and pin it to their lip.
Sounds gruesome, guys, but I mean,
saves their life.
Saves their life. You got a little lube, and you've got a nasopharyngeal airway. And what this does, guys, it just secures an airway through the nasal passages. This is a 28 French 7.0. They come in different sizes, and there's actually a correct way to fit them. But
that'll actually cover a lot of people.
And this is Michael's area.
Yeah.
Like, Michael does more of the airway stuff than I do, for sure. But if you just have a little tip, if all you have is a nasopharyngeal airway, you don't have any lube,
you spit on it.
You treat antibiotics later. They're going to get antibiotics.
And honestly, in that situation, they're probably going to have enough. I hate to say it like this,
mucus and stuff.
Juices flowing anyways that you probably could just go with it.
Yeah, they're not going to fight it either. Too bad. Another 14 gauge, 3 1/4 inch. I mean, that's a big needle, guys.
Yeah.
Like, you guys that aren't in the medical world, 14 gauge is pretty big.
That's a water hose.
Yeah, I don't want that in my arm. But I do want it stuck in my chest if I've got a possible tension pneumo. More H&H gauze, a roll of duct tape, a tourniquet. We've already went over that. Another safety pin, and then also this is the compression bandage.
Yeah.
This is nice, and it's actually got some instructions on the back how to make. You can actually, like, I wouldn't use this as a tourniquet, but say if you had a femoral artery wound, first thing you want to do is apply that tourniquet, until you get, till you stop seeing that blood shooting. And then I would also probably apply this on top of the actual wound. We're in the medical field, but we do not instruct. We're not teachers.
No.
But like what they say with tourniquets is to go high.
Yep.
So like picture a bikini line, like that's where you want to go on the leg, and then picture like a cut off shirt. That's where you want to go.
Yep.
On the arm.
Yeah, and the cool thing about that big compression bandage is you can wrap it, and then it gives you a place to apply where you can really apply pressure downward pressure onto it to really shut that off and try to slow or stop the bleeding as much as you can.
Yeah, guys, when it comes to arterial bleeding, like, you got to stop it.
Immediately.
Yeah, it's not going to stop until that person loses blood pressure, and if they lose blood pressure, then that's all she wrote.
That's it. It's all over.
But, guys, what was the price on this one? Around 50?
50. It's under $60, I believe.
Yeah.
I know it's under 65 or 70. So I mean, honestly, at $60, you're still getting a lot of value there for the money. But I think it's around $50 actually.
I'll say this. I'm not super certain on the price, but I do know for a fact that this is the biggest value IFAC style kit on the market.
Yep.
Both of these.
Yeah, absolutely. You're gonna have a hard time buying a pocket sized kit at $30 for that's this square away. You're gonna be hard to find one that's this way. Most of them are more expensive than that.
And where they save some money is on the Tk4 Tourniquet, which is a good tourniquet. It's one that I EDC. But what you can do, like if you're running a rig like I'm running with this SOE, what you can do is also like down here or on the side, put you a couple cat tourniquets on there. And cat tourniquets themselves are close to $30.
Yep.
So whereas the Tk4 tourniquet's under 10. So that's where some of the savings are coming from. But guys, like this is our hobby. This is fun. This is the cool guy stuff. But your chances of actually using, we got EDC here kind of straight all over the table, but this is more than likely what you'll have to use.
Yep.
God forbid you have to use your gun. God forbid you have to use this. But this happens a lot more often.
The thing is, this stuff can be used for more than just a gunshot. A car wreck, something like that, any kind of trauma, any kind of major bleeding, this stuff can be used for. So I mean, it's not like buying this stuff is not the cool guy thing, but it's the responsible thing to do.
Yeah, and also like taking a medical class, 10-minute medicine or whatever. It's not I think some dudes are intimidated by it. They're like, oh, I'm not a nurse, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a whatever. Guys, it's very basic stuff.
Yep.
I mean, it's stuff you can learn. Honestly, I wish they taught it in high school PE classes.
Yep. It would not be a bad idea.
Yeah.
I mean, take some time, take a medical class where you can maybe save your life or maybe save somebody else's life. Thing is, the life you might be saving is somebody that's not just you. It might be somebody you really love. It might be some perfect stranger. But I mean, just take a medical class. Get some medical training.
Learn basic CPR.
Yep.
So that's like American Red Cross does that.
Yep.
Do basic CPR, and then guys, if you're like us, you like to shoot, or anybody, take a combat medicine class where you can learn. I mean, they'll even I don't know, you have to have a certification, but like in an emergency situation, putting in that decompression needle would. I would want somebody to be there to do it for me if I was having a tension.
Well, and the beauty of it is like, once you have that training, like when we were in Fighting Pistol, they had a couple of guys there taking the class that were certified medics that had the training, and like they were like, go to them or go to so and so. It was that they were there, and how awesome is that to be able to go somewhere and say, I have that training, I can help if I need to.
That's right.
So
that's one reason why I wanted to be a nurse in the first place, was just to have the ability to help save lives. So, like you said, it's a responsible thing. So, and guys, like if anything, just get a pocket VOK, dude. Yeah,
pick you up a pocket VOK, $30. If you're not going to carry it on your body, throw it in your truck. Pick up 2 or 3 of them and just kind of have them in different places where you might need it.
And if anything, nothing else, then just run a tourniquet.
Pick you up a good tourniquet, a Tk4. I think the rats are probably pretty good tourniquets. These just seem, for me, to conceal a lot better because I can just throw this in my back pocket or side pocket or front pocket.
But the reason why I probably prefer this one over the rats is a thinner tourniquet. Or not thinner, it's not as wide.
Yeah.
So, you got all that. In the grand scheme of things, guys, as long as it stops the blood flow, it really doesn't matter. But I'm just thinking about, how tight that one band is, I guess.
Yeah.
That's neither here nor there. Get a tourniquet, because if you're going to punch holes, if you're going to have the ability to punch holes, you need to be able to fix them. Because, the likelihood of you walking away from a gunfight when bullets are flying your way unscathed is it's not likely.
Slim to none. So, cover yourself. Be sure you're in good shape.
And
You're
your
squared
family
away.
and people on the roadways. So.
Yep. Be sure you're squared away.
Oh, and about this, this is my SOE micro rig, and the reason I brought this out is just to show you that the Pocket VOK can fit a double AR mag pouch, and the standard VOK fits in this main compartment here.
Yeah, and it can be broke down to fit in like different. Like SOE has a medical pouch that has a pull-out tray, and the VOK fits in it. You can fit. I know you can fit a pocket VOK. You may can fit a full VOK in that ankle wrap thing that's out now.
Yeah.
I know you can fit a pocket and a cat tourniquet. So that.
Yeah, something to think about. And I guess the reason I brought this out is just to show you some compatibility with some of the other gear, the versatility of it.
Yep.
But anyways, guys, it's important. You're more likely to use that than anything else. So get some training and get some gear and make a difference.
Yep. You got anything else, man?
That's it, brother.
Guys, we appreciate y'all watching. You know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them in the comment section below, or you can jump over to the Facebook page. We always get into a more in-depth conversation there. We will provide links to all of our social media outlets and sponsors in the description box below. But as always, guys, we appreciate y'all watching, and y'all be safe.